Okay, so many of my students were having some trouble with factoring, so I figured I will go ahead and post a few videos on factoring and how to do it. And we will be showing some examples to illustrate this. Let's take a simple polynomial, x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. And so the way this works is that you have two numbers that multiply to 6 and have to add up to 5. So they always multiply to the last number and they add up to the number in the middle. And the best way to do this, some people can do it in their head, and that's great. But another way to just lay it out on the paper is to take 6 and list out all the factors of 6. So for example, 1 and 6 will multiply to 6. 2 and 3 will multiply to plus 6. And anything else? You take all the integers, basically. That's about it. Now, of course, you can also have the negative 2 and negative 3, because negative 2 times negative 3, those multiply to 6. And so does minus 1 and minus 6. Okay, and now you go ahead and you find the sum of each one of those terms. And the sum that gets you a negative 5 will be the answer to your factoring, will be the pair that you need to consider. So 1 plus 6 will give us 7, so that's no good. 2 plus 3 will give us plus 5, that's no good. Minus 1 and minus 6 will give us minus 7, so that's no good. Minus 2 and minus 3 will give us 5. Bingo. So this is our target. So we know that those two pairs have to be negative 2 and negative 3. Then we lay them out in two brackets like this, and we set this equals 0. Now, we know that on the left sides of each factor, there has to be an x and an x. The reason being because there's only one way to get x squared, and that is x times x. And the other two places on the right will be the pair that you just found, the pair that worked out. So minus 2 and minus 3. So this polynomial factors into x minus 2 times x minus 3. Negative 2 and negative 3, they multiply to plus 6 and they add up to negative 5. So this would be the right answer. Let's take another example. Let's say we have x squared minus 4x plus 12 equals 0. Again, same strategy. We know that we need two numbers. We'll put it in sort of a box format this time. We need two numbers that multiply to 12 and add up to minus 4. So let's go ahead and list the factors of 12. So we take the last term and we'll list the factors of that term. So 12. So there's plenty here. So we have 1 times 12. Oh, sorry for this to work. This has to be a minus here. So minus 12. So one of those has to be a negative. So either the 1 could be a negative or the 12 could be a negative. So let's just say that the 12 is the negative. It could be the other way around. It could be minus 1 and plus 12. That also multiplies to minus 12. There's the 4 and the minus 3. And there's also the minus 3 and the 4. There's the 6 and the minus 2, or the minus 2, or the minus 6 and 2. And that's it. So let's see again which pair. So all these multiply to 12. And now we will see which pair adds up to minus 4. So the first one adds up to minus 11. No good. 11, no good. Plus 1, no good. 1, this should be swapped because they're the same. Minus 1, no good. 4, no good. And minus 4, bingo. So the last one adds up to minus 4. Therefore, my pair has to be the minus 6 and the 2. So now I can put this in a factored form. So again, the left sides have to be x. We don't need to set it to 0 in the meantime. I'll show other videos on how to solve. For now, we're just factoring. So we know that the left side is x squared because x times x is x squared. And we have the pair minus 2, minus 6, and plus 2. And this would be the factoring for the example we just showed above. So these are a few examples on factoring, and this is the way to do it. I'll be posting more videos later on other forms that we can also factor. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. Appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.